Improving interoperability between Rust and C++. February 5th, 2024. Back in 2021, we announced that Google was joining the Rust Foundation. At the time, Rust was already in wide use across Android and other Google products. Our announcement emphasized our commitment to improving the security reviews of Rust code and its interoperability with C++ code. Rust is one of the strongest tools we have to address memory safety security issues. Since that announcement, industry leaders and government agencies have echoed our sentiment. We are delighted to announce that Google has provided a grant of $1 million. $1 million to the Rust Foundation to support efforts that will improve the ability of Rust code to interoperate with existing legacy C++ code bases, also known as the equivalent of 2 Google engineers that they fired, right? We're also furthering our existing commitment to the open source Rust community by aggregating and publishing audits for Rust crates that we use in open source Google projects. These contributions, along with our previous interoperability contributions, have us excited about the future of Rust. Based on historical vulnerability density statistics, Rust has proactively prevented hundreds of vulnerabilities from impacting the Android ecosystem. This investment aims to expand the adoption of Rust across various components of the platform. Literally what Dave sounds like, I promise you. Exactly how he talks. While Google has seen the most significant growth in the use of Rust in Android, we're continuing to grow its use across more applications, including clients and server hardware. While Rust may not be suitable for all product applications, it's the same voice, prioritizing seamless interoperability with C++ will accelerate wider community adoption, thereby aligning with the industry goals of improving memory safety. I think it ended up being the same voice. Royal Hansen. The Rust tooling and ecosystem already support interoperability with Android, and with continued investment in tools like CXX, AutoCXX, BindGen, CBindGen, Diplomat, and Crubit, we are seeing regular improvements in the state of Rust interoperability with C++. As these improvements have continued, we've seen a reduction in the barriers to adoption and accelerated adoption of Rust. The barriers to adoption and accelerated adoption. Reduction in the barriers to adoption and that's just the weirdest sentence ever. Okay. While that progress across the many tools continues, it is often only expanded incrementally to support the particular needs of a given project or company. In order to accelerate both Rust adoption at Google as well as more broadly across the industry, we are eager to invest in and collaborate on any needed ABI changes, tooling, and build system support, wrapper libraries, or other areas identified. We are excited to support this work through the Rust Foundation's Interop initiative and in collaboration with the Rust project to ensure that any additions made are suitable and address the challenges of Rust adoption that projects using C++ face. Oh, that's why I couldn't read that right. That projects using C++ face. Improving memory safety across the software industry is one of the key technology challenges of our time, and we invite others across the community and industry to join us in working together to secure the open source ecosystem for everyone. Learn more about the Rust Foundation's Interop initiative by reading their recent announcement. Okay, very fun. Very PR, obviously. I mean, this had very little content, but okay, great. C++ and Rust. Okay, Interop. Royal Hansen. That's an interesting name, isn't it? So Hansen should be Scandinavian, most likely Swedish, like son of Hans, right? And typically I've seen that Swedish surnames use the SEN, where a lot of Norwegian surnames will use the SON. but you know, sometimes that's not always the case. But Royal is not a typical Scandinavian given name, is it? So very, very interesting. From the long line of blonde musicians. Yeah. Okay. I wish Trav was able to. I wish I could just like wave a wand and and Trav would just show up and talk about how much like the Rust Foundation's promises to be more like open and honest and transparent apparently have not come to fruition. But I guess this is just a technical thing. They're not saying that this is about transparency. This is just about interop. Okay. So yeah, interesting. Cool. I think the only thing, like, just from my personal standpoint, that I'm disappointed in is that since I did not come from a systems programming standpoint and I come from more like a functional programming standpoint as a Rust user, means we're just going to get more C++ devs in here, are we? We're going to have a bunch of amites in the Rust community. This is what I just read. Damn it. Just kidding, Amit. All right. Interesting. I mean, 3 follows during a React content. Obviously, this is where the channel is going to pivot to. This is now a React stream, no longer going to code. Just kidding. All right.